down there. I seen him early today. Toll bridge to move up full forward, and so he can clear the switch track so to get ready to turn it over to the North Pass siding. These cars are going to go is up into the siding in a few minutes. Michael, Richard is probably halfway on the number, about to be on the paper mill switch track. I'll tell you what, that has changed through the years, I tell you. In my old videos, you'll see this used to be a 2-lane road. This was never here at all. Nothing. They're in my old videos, so if y'all want to look at the old videos, what this road used to look like, just go right ahead and just watch all my old privilege videos and stuff like that. Don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe. And oh yes, think train, everyone. Don't think that you can always beat a crossing. Sometimes the train can get there before the gates go down. Always think train, and do not try to go underneath the train. Do not try to go on top of the train, because if you ain't careful, you'll fall right off and you can hurt yourself. Always listen to railroad crossing lights, especially if you're a pedestrian, motorists, bicyclists, don't matter. Anything with wheels. Trains have the right of way. Cars, stuff does not. So think train. And yes, it takes a mile for a train to stop. after they hit you. It takes a mile for them to stop. So guys, stop, look, and listen also, and don't forget. And if you're going to take pictures, always stay about 50 to 20 feet back from the crossing, especially whenever you're trying to take pictures around railroad crossings, railroad tracks. And do not take pictures on the railroad tracks, not unless you know about trains and stuff like that. But I wouldn't be doing it at all. I wouldn't be making videos on it if you're trying to make a video of your movie or whatever it is. I wouldn't be walking across the tracks without looking both ways, so always do that, everyone. It's best to be safe than sorry, so that way that you don't end up in the wrong mistakes. And make sure you watch where you put your just don't get on the train car, because you ain't careful, your foot could go between those wheels and you'll lose your feet or something, or you get a life learned lesson that if you're not careful, it would happen. So you don't want that. So even if you come close, it's best not to do it ever again. Don't be filming underneath the train, not unless you're putting the tripod underneath the tracks. Do not put yourself underneath there, okay? Always pay attention to that crossbucks. If you hear a horn or something, please stop. Do not proceed until you know that you have cleared of unless you know that the train is you have cleared of the train that's coming towards you, or you make sure you can beat it. Trying to say, if you're an impatient driver, find a safe way around the train that is at the crossing. Make sure it doesn't get there before you. And always yield for other trains that's on the same track as this one. There's always going to be another train that's on the other track as well. So you want to be careful for that. So just find a safe way around the tracks, around the train at this crossing, and you'll be ahead of it. Just be safe. Stuff like that, you definitely can. This is my distance right here. I'd go closer, but I don't want to go no more closer. I like this type of shots here. At least I have an escape route. But mostly they take care of these tracks, so I trust their work. The good thing about a 4-lane is you have room to film without any traffic interference. interference. And of course you got a pedestrian sidewalk, so places to park are very slim. Richard is pulling back onto the track there. Richard is doing that. He's pulling into the spur that I was telling you about, and then he's gonna hook onto the coal cars, not the coal cars, the chip cars, and the ones there in Derek's. Those were not coal cars. I'm sorry. I wanted to refix the video. Those are chip cars, and there's probably 60 of them on the off the main. Right now it is a full moon night. It is very pretty, and if it wasn't for my ears right now and having a fever, I think I'd be fine. I gotta figure out why my ears are messed up. Why they feel that they're swollen. But don't let someone ruin your fun. Besides, I'm going to the doctor in the morning at sometime in the afternoon, before lunch. Right now I'm crouching on the ground because it's just how I do it. I think Richard's about to pull up because I see him moving Blot up. Chicken truck. I remember when I first started filming the DeQueen Eastern Railroad, I started right over there, and I filmed, and I first parked right in the same spot where the road actually made a curve, but now there's no road there no more. It is now a dead end to the sidewalk. I mean, you could probably get on here, but it's not worth it. I'd rather just back the truck up and just go back the way I came. You could park over there too if that's where you want to park, but that's mostly my spot, and then sometimes I'll park over there if they're coming from that way. But they don't run in the daytime, and their schedules have changed. So I'm about to change my schedule with them as well. I'm going to adapt how their schedule is. They didn't come through Sunday, but I found out why, because Michael told me why, is they changed the schedule, so I'll be ready for this time. Everyone's speeding up to get across the tracks for the girls and for the boy and the girl come across. There's also a dim switch on Blod. I want to have a name for D14. Alright, Richard pulled up, so he cleared the switch. so Michael can flip it back to the main, and they're going to pick the chip cars up, and then they're going to go in. They're going to go right into the mill, and then they're going to drop them off, and then it'll be time for lunch. So right now he's trying to dim the lights so he doesn't scare everybody. And then when Michael gets on the edge of the at the back end of the train, Richard will turn the top light on off of dim and on bright. You can turn them off, but it's best to keep them on, so that way you don't have to worry about turning them back on. The DeQueen Eastern Railroad is a lifeline also for the Kiamichi Railroad and the paper mill. They interchange with the KCCP, the KCSCP Railroad, the UP Railroad, and then the BNS Railroad that the Kiamichi does interchange with. Which the BNS load goes to out here on the main, and out there on the main there, and then the cars out there on that interlock there, and there's an interlock here. These go to the BNS interchange and the UP on the other end. So basically these two railroad tracks interchange with the same railroad companies on different ends of the railroad line. Is it neat or what? So the Kiamichi Road and the DeQueen Eastern Railroad benefit off each other because they interchange with the same company, which it also benefits them because one can take the load too and the other one can take the other half. The DeQueen Eastern Road is a lifeline for Valiant, Oklahoma, and the rest of the line in Arkansas, Oklahoma. In Arkansas. It's also for Oklahoma too. The DeQueen Eastern Railroad, like I said again, has the KCCP Railroad, the UP Railroad, and the KRR, known as the Kiamichi Railroad, or known as the Kiamichi Railroad, how you want to pronounce it. And then the Kiamichi Railroad has the BNS, the UP, and the KCCP too. And I also forgot one thing too, is the DeQueen Eastern Railroad has trains that interchanges with the BNS. Some of these cars are going to go for the BNS line in Madill, Oklahoma, and they brought back to Valiant, Oklahoma for the local. Richard's waiting for the gates to come down so he can approach the crossing. So that way no one doesn't make a run and start. And right now in Valiant, it's very quiet. It's easy for me to spot Michael if he ain't already on the cab. down. But I'm not talking about family age. Take trains at night. Day to day. Oh. We got some rocking motion. We're gonna see if we can see Michael. And there goes DeQueen Freddy, proud for the DeQueen. All right, everyone. All right, they're gonna head for the meal. It's like a toy train right there in the distance. It's pretty cool when you see it in the daytime too. They just pass over the All right, everyone.